UFC 317 takes place this weekend in Viva Las Vegas, and it's headlined by a title fight featuring two former champs looking to win a vacated title. We're talking Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira, who are going to square off in the octagon for the lightweight title. And both men well-dressed during the face-off last night, even exchanging a hug, and even AI taking hold of this, where AI will tell you Bronxs actually went over Topuria's head, and our producer almost got duped because I was going to make a Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell reference, and you could tell which one's which. All right, great to be with the great BC. And you wrote on CBSSports.com this main event, Brian, about Topuria and Oliveira and the need that Dana White and UFC would like to see Topuria come out on top, maybe even convincingly. Why?
Well, look, that's me certainly speculating, but when you look at the tea leaves of the UFC star issue at the moment, Conor McGregor not coming through that door, John Jones retired, Sean O'Malley just lost twice, Alex Pereira's coming off of a defeat. You need somebody to be the face of the brand, and really nobody is more poised or more deserving than Topuria, who shockwaved his run through the rankings to the featherweight title last year, becoming the fighter of the year, knocking out pound-for-pound ranked Alexander Volkanovski for the title, and then Max Holloway, which has never happened before. Now he's moving up to lightweight, following in some ways the Conor McGregor path. We just wonder if he can get the victory on Saturday against the former champion, the very dangerous Charles Oliveira. Is it going to stop here, or will Topuria instantly call out Islam Makhachev and maybe look for a third division title should Makhachev pick up that welterweight title? But the point is this: Topuria, undefeated, taking the game so seriously. He's got power, he's got poise, he got technique. He really has all the makings as a global star, meaning he was born in Germany, he's of Georgian descent, he lives in Spain and is a sporting national hero there on the level with their soccer stars. This is the guy, and in many ways this Saturday, this is the moment as he looks to become the 10th two-division champion in UFC history. We've been waiting for this for a while. Topuria could be the one that leads this promotion into the next decade.
Quickly, before we move on, do you like Topuria in the fight?
I like him in a big way. Oliveira, dangerous, most finishes, most submissions in UFC history, but he is 35, and one thing he does is walk directly into oncoming traffic to make it an exciting fight. You don't want to do that against Topuria. He's got the perfect counter for that, those check hooks. I look at Topuria getting a resounding knockout in a matchup that very much has danger on both sides.
Okay, there's been a little bit of money on Oliveira, 4-1 now down to plus 320, and it could change before we get to the fight. All right, let's get to the co-main. We do have Alexandre Pantoja, the champ, taking on Kai Kara France. There's a lot of people on the live dog here, BC. Are you with that, or do you think the champ retains the belt?
No, I'm with that. And, Tommy, there's this old saying that becoming a champion in combat sports makes you what? 30% better. Pantoja has lived that out. He won the championship in a blood and guts war with Brandon Moreno a few years back, but ever since doing that, his 3 title defenses have showcased a fighter who's getting better every single time out. And get this, he's 35 years old in the sport's smallest weight division, which doesn't happen. But what we're seeing is an efficient double threat who can take you out on the ground, he can knock you out on the feet. And even though Kai Kara France is exciting, he has lost 2 of his last 3, and when these two fought on The Ultimate Fighter in 2016 in an exhibition match, Pantoja also won that one. You are looking at one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the game today, tough as nails. I like him not only to beat Kai Kara France, but to finish him.
It's interesting, 2 things, that they haven't met in almost a decade, and then also you can lose 2 out of 3 and still get a title fight. It does speak to the division. It does speak to the division.
When the champion's 9-0 against the top 10, they got to find anyone who's hungry and ready to step in there.
No doubt. Then there's also short turnarounds for Joshua Van here taking on, of course, Brandon Royval. So back-to-back short turnaround. What are you anticipating in this bout?
Look, this is a pick-em, and it's a real interesting matchup from the standpoint that Royval fought for the title before. He's the #1 contender. He's 32 years old and really trying to mount up one final run to the title. But what have you done for me lately, Joshua Van? How about a victory 3 weeks ago by stoppage? How about 8 UFC fights at age 23 in less than 2 years? He's 7-1 of those bouts. He's won 4 in a row coming back from a first-round knockout loss to Charles Johnson. Van looks like the future of this division. The future, though, might be right now, because even though he's ranked number 12, should he score a victory on short notice against Royval on Saturday? And oh, by the way, the odds have bounced around. Last time I checked, he was the betting favorite against the veteran. He might be fighting for the title in his next fight. He's a slugger from Burma, or from Myanmar, excuse me. They did change the name, Tommy. And he's got great hands, great boxing. He's also proven early on that he's got big-time potential. You just wonder, is it too much too soon? Hey, we're going to find out Saturday night.